but he's up. It's like almost 3:30 here, like 3:21 a.m. We're into Saturday morning now, right? Forget about it. I don't. I'm kind of like tired. I don't even know why I'm doing this live right now. Probably gonna be going to sleep real soon. It's like sleeping with the Apefather here, late night. If you go live right after I just like fall asleep. Look. Forget about it. Yeah. Oh, I gotta see something real quick. Hold on. Forget it. 1 second. Yeah, how you doing, Gino? Just gotta do something real fast here. Who's up? Anybody up? It's only 3:30 in the morning, right? I just gotta release a few people here. Forget about it. I don't. Just waiting for some people to get here. Everybody's like, I'm tired, Father. I'm sleeping. It's 4 o'clock in the morning almost, right? It's late. All right, hold on here. Just doing something. Give me a second, please. Give me a second. I'm blocking a few people here. How you doing, Mr. Egghead? You okay? I just take care of some business there. Forget about it. I don't. It's only you, Lou Bamboo. Hopefully, we get some more people here. Conehead. I got two people in the live, and they both insulted me. One's calling me Conehead. The other one's calling me Egghead. Crazy. Am I Italian? Yes. Absolutely. 100%. My father was Sicilian from Palermo, Sicily side. My mother was Napolitan from Naples, Sorrento side. 100% Italian. And there's a lot of crazy people here. You look like a mob boss. Absolutely. Brings me to a song I should do right now. It was kind of late. Called Eight Fathers a Gangster here. I don't know. I think you're asking me to say something that's a funny word here, you know? Spider on my pillow where? So, it's kinda, like, hard to hear music, other side. I don't see it. You got a question? What's your question? It all depends, Peppy, like, as long as you're cool, I'll be cool with you. I don't know what to tell you, man. Just don't take no shit from nobody. What's the topic? I don't know. There's a lot of new people here. Um, I'll start this topic. A lot of people play games. Here's the topic in relationships. There's just a lot of people out there that play games. Channels about a lot of things, man. Relationships, music, food. Forget about it. Um, you know, that last girl, the Florida girl, I really come to the acceptance, man, that she's just playing games, man. Listen, this is not. You don't have to be Albert Einstein here. You don't have to be Sigmund Freud to figure this out. Nobody would be ignoring somebody this much. Like I said, I've never. She's playing games, man. She's not. Listen, there is no taking back. She's not coming back. She's playing games. Like she's playing. What's up, Ryan? I don't know at this point. I just think that she's not blocking me. It's like a weird thing, though. I mean, it's a very hard question to answer because you have somebody who does not give a shit about me, who does not give a shit about my kids, right? She just doesn't care. She even called me on my mother's birthday. I mean, she's ignoring us. It's really about views at this point. If you really want me to look, if you really want me to keep it real, it's about views. Now you might say, well, aren't you going to talk about other subjects? Absolutely. Guys, listen to me. I'm going to talk about a lot of subjects. Like for instance, earlier today, I was talking all about SpaceX and Elon Musk. I'm doing all my food videos. I've been at these great Italian restaurants. I've been making a lot of great food videos. I've been doing a lot of great. I wrote two great piano pieces. So yeah, I got to check out the UFC 250. But let me hear what's this guy saying here. I'm Christian, yes. No, John, she's not taking any more. Don't worry about it, man. Well, you could call Elon anything you want, but he's a trillionaire, man. He's a trillionaire. That is friggin' crazy, man. Well, could you imagine having a hold on a second. What did I just do? Oh man, I did the wrong guy. Oh shit. Damn it. Oh man. How do I get this guy back? I can't get him back. I put him in a timeout. I was trying to get rid of this Mama Luke over here. I can't get him back. I'm sorry, John. I was trying to get this other guy out of here, and I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry, John. I don't know if I could get you back. Can you imagine having $1 trillion? I just put this poor guy in a timeout for no reason. Why can't it let me reverse it, man? There's gotta be a way I could like get him back. Do 10 seconds. Let's see if that works. Hopefully he'll be back. That's a lot of money, man. I can't even fathom money like that. I can't even fathom it. That's just that's just like insanity. you know? That's insanity to have that much money. That's insanity. And you know what the best part is? Last I looked, right? You can spend $1 billion a day and never go broke. It's crazy, man. And last I checked, right? His net worth is even increasing more. Like he's I don't even who knows the levels that he's gonna go to. I think last I checked, he was like at 1.2 trillion. Hey man, John, you're back. John, I'm so sorry about that, man. That was an accident, John. I apologize, brother. I was trying to get this other guy out of there. I'm glad you're back, brother. Like I would just take the point two that like he's got the 1.2 trillion. I'll just take the point two. The point two is 200 billion, right? Like we'll just take that point two. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Isn't it crazy? Like, if you think about like capitalism, though, listen, I love capitalism. Don't get me wrong. I'm the biggest patriot. I love America. I love capitalism. But isn't it kind of crazy if you think about that? Like there's somebody out there right now who's like poor, like has absolutely no money. You know what I mean? Versus a guy who has $1 trillion. Just sometimes I think that's just crazy to me. That's crazy. Elon could probably give everybody in the whole country money. It's crazy, Peppy. It's absolutely crazy. No, I agree with you, Antonio. Elon is a genius. He took a lot of big risks too. I was listening to I was listening to him speak at they were ringing the Nasdaq bell, and he was like, "If somebody would have told me that this would have happened," he goes, "You would have been smoking some good crack." He said, he was at there was a point where he thought SpaceX was going out of business as well as a Tesla. So he took big risks. God bless him. That's crazy, man. That's crazy wealth. That's insane wealth. A trillion, and plus he's got more than a trillion. It's true. Yeah, man. SpaceX is amazing. It's amazing. We'll be chilling out on Mars one day. He's bringing us to Mars. It's incredible. Yep, you're right, John. I don't even know. I can't even fathom. Like that's just out of my brain can't fathom having that much money. Like I don't even know what I would do. Like even if I had $1 billion, I would be like, whoa, a trillion. Plus, he's got more than a trillion. It's like 1.2. It's just it's not normal. It's not human. It's I can't process it. It's just too much money. I would have a lot of money. I wouldn't be worried about the 10,000 anymore, right? With the Florida girl. If I had 1.2 trillion, yeah. I'd send her another 10,000. I'd say, you know what? Just take this for the aggravation, right? Oh my god. No, it's I can't even imagine it. That's how big it is. I'll read it, but I can't it's so much money. Like Pepe was saying, he can spend like $1 billion a day and never run out of money. It's just crazy amounts of money. It's freaking crazy, man. If he put $100 bill on every inch of land in California state, he would still have 200 billion. That's crazy. You can't buy health. You're right about that. Well, anyway, Elon is a very very rich guy. God bless him. Very smart man. I mean, what just makes me wonder is that his wealth is growing so fast. Like where can he possibly go at this? Like his wealth is increasing, obviously, right? So I don't know. Like I don't know. Do you think it's possible that like he's gonna go a lot higher, right? Like this guy will probably eventually like what's after a trillion? Does anyone know? What's the next level? I gotta think about it. Peppy, you're a smart guy. What's the next level after a trillion? What is it? I gotta look it up. It's like I gotta look that up. Let me see. Hold on. Quadrillion. Yep. Quadrillion. I wouldn't even be surprised if he hit that level, because that would be what a thousand trillion, right? It's actually possible for Elon. It's possible for that guy. I'm not even kidding. There's a possibility that he might reach that level. It wouldn't be shocking. Yep. Why does everyone got to make fun of my head for? Let's get rid of this idiot. Give a timeout here. So anyway, it's not going to be the longest live, but I've come to the conclusion that the Florida girl was playing games with me, man, the whole time. You wonder what it is. Listen, I'm not crazy. I just want to be clear to all of you. She made me understand that she loves me. Like I'm talking about, I have hundreds and hundreds of texts. I love you every day. I love you every night. I'm not, guys. I'm not a lunatic. Okay. She's telling me it's all for me. Her whole body, everything is for me. The thing is, I kind of called her out. You want to know where it all went bad? You want me to tell you where it all went wrong? Is that if I would have kept my mouth shut, you follow me? If I would have just accepted whatever she was doing, because she kept telling me, be patient, be patient. I was patient for like 9 months. But where it all went wrong is I called her out. That's where it went wrong. Like I was like, look, you're telling me you love me here. You're telling me it's all for me. It's time to start delivering, delivering the goods. I was just like, what's happening here? You should want to see me come to the Jersey Shore. You should want to be more romantic, more sexual. And that's what it all just got. It all, I don't know. It just seems like a big game to me, if you want me to tell you the truth. Even how like for 4 months, I'm trying to make peace with the girl. For 4 months, like she doesn't even want to like forgive me. It's just the problem I have is that she accepted the 10,000. If I was Elon, I wouldn't care, right? If I had 1.2 trillion, I don't think I would care. I do have a decent amount of money coming in, but nothing yet. Oh man, the money I have coming in is like Elon's breakfast for a SpaceX. Is it's a 1 day breakfast with a couple of hundred grand, right? Oh man, that's crazy money, man. You got to move on, buddy. Yeah, I can't do that. Not the way it went down. Like I'm moving on. Okay, let me be clear to all of you. Like, look, as I mentioned, I have lots of women interested in me. This is not about. See, I think what the problem is, the misunderstanding that people have is they think because I'm talking about her that I'm not like dating. This is like a big misunderstanding going on, or that I'm not going to meet another woman. That's not what's happening here. I'm talking about this for views. It's something I have to do for views. Now it's not going to be my whole channel. Yeah, but she can't keep $10,000. I'm sorry. I just listen. To me. She did me too dirty. Look, I apologize to all of you. My wife passed away. Look, my mother passed away. She knew all of this. The Florida girl, before she came to my live stream, she knew all of this. She knew my wife passed away. She knew my mom passed away. She knew that Sarah took me for 13,000 in an alleged love card. That girl, because I was all messed up in my head. I cannot, in good conscience, I just can't do it. I cannot, in good conscience, just let her keep $10,000, ignore me, be best friends with haters, and tell me Bafangul. I just, in good conscience, I can't do it. So now here's the thing. At the same time, I don't want to hurt the girl. Like, see, all of you people are making it seem like I'm hurting her. Guys, I don't mention her full name. I don't mention her address. I don't talk about her YouTube channel. I don't promote it. I don't talk about any private information. I don't do it. So I'm not going to have people tell me, "Oh, you're hurting the girl." No, if anything, she's hurting me. She's hurting me what she's doing. Okay? I'm not hurting her. The $10,000 was given to her because she came into my live stream, and there was a girl that I actually gave $13,000 to. I was, again, I want to repeat to you, my wife passed away, my mother passed away. I was very, very vulnerable, and I was just believing everybody. She was telling me, this particular girl, that she wanted to be a lifetime person, godmother to my kids, that my wife's spirit came to her to protect me, to protect the kids. I just started helping her in her life because I believed she was going to be this lifetime person. I got tricked. Who is Sasha? You make me laugh, Peppy. Peppy, that was actually funny how you threw Sasha in there. Yeah, man. I lost my mind, man. I lost my mind. I was, not myself. My wife battled cancer for 10 years. She passed away after a 10-year battle. I went into complete shock. I was a basket case. It'll never happen again. Look, what can I tell you, brother? The one girl who I gave $13,000 to, I think actually, had an accidental overdose, so we have to pray for her. The poor girl, Sarah. Appearance-wise, Sarah was more attractive than the Florida girl, in my opinion. But if you want me to be honest with you, Peppy, but the Florida girl I thought had a bigger heart. That's what I was, if you want me to tell you the truth, that's what I was really, really attracted to with the Florida girl. I thought that like all the stuff she was saying and doing, I was attracted to her heart. Sarah didn't really have that heart. Like, Sarah, it was all about, I don't know, she was sending me all the sexy pictures, you know. I mean, Sarah was gorgeous, God bless her. Sarah was absolutely breathtaking. But the thing is that the Florida girl, I mean, she's an attractive woman as well, but I was more attracted to her heart. But then again, she's ignoring me. She's ghosting me. I don't know how much of a heart she has anymore. It'll never happen again. Peace be with you. It was a one-time mistake in my life. See, the thing is, John, is that it's gotten to a point now where, like, I'm thinking back. You know what I'm doing, John? I'm thinking back on my whole life. Okay, I'm thinking about every single situation I've had with my wife Jennifer before she was my wife, when she was my girlfriend. I'm thinking back on all the women I've ever known. And what she's doing, the Florida girl, is just, it's crazy how she doesn't even want to hear me out. Like she's acting like she did absolutely nothing wrong. Well, I'm glad you enjoy her music recommendations, Peppy. She acts like she did nothing wrong, man. She acts like it's all me. Everything is my fault. Look, she's playing games, guys. Okay. The fact that she doesn't even want to hear me out, the fact that she doesn't want to hear me out, the fact that 4 months, she doesn't want, look, it's over, Peppy. Look, the relationship is done. It's finished. Yeah, no, some girls will definitely be like that. Look, the relationship is over. She wants nothing to do with me. But here's the bottom line. There's no case scenario here where she keeps $10,000 and ignores me. It doesn't. That option doesn't exist. It's not possible for that option to exist. So basically, what's going to happen here is very simple. I will talk about her. I will not mention her name. Antonio, we'll talk about this in the future when I get a billion views. We'll talk about this when I get a billion views. But guys, I'm going to be writing a lot of music too. It's not going to be like, listen, no, there's no chance of me ever getting off of YouTube. I'll be on YouTube basically my whole life, so that's not going to happen. Um, I'm going to tell you the truth, Peppy. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I have been texting her, but I stopped. Like I'll go like I'll stop like for like 4 or 5 days, and then I'll text her again. You want to know what it is? Is that I keep thinking to myself, I could reach her. Like, and I don't mean reach her in the sense that she'll pick up the phone, but like meaning like reach her heart. I keep thinking like I could reach her heart. I keep thinking that I tell her, listen, like I actually see my faults. I see where I went wrong. I want her to see where she went wrong. I mean, she's acting like she did nothing wrong. But the thing is, like, she's unreachable. This girl is just like she is completely burnt out, burnt toast. I just wish that she understood that you can't really keep $10,000 from a guy. She keeps calling it gifts. You know, it wasn't gifts. It was, again, I want to reiterate, she made me understand she wanted to be a lifetime person. Like if she would have told me, example, right, Peppy, if she would have said, here's the situation, I'm going to ghost you, I'm going to ignore you, I'm not going to care about any of your feelings, your opinions. No, I'm not, I wouldn't have given her money. I wouldn't have given her any money. I gave her money. Again, I want to reiterate when she said, I want to be a lifetime person, a forever person in your life and your children's life. Look, I don't care anymore about the repulsive stuff, Antonio. Look, it's about views at this point. Antonio, look, this is no longer about insulting me. This is no longer about trying to make me feel bad. It's about views. That's it. That's it. I will not allow her to do what she's doing. She can't look, she has to learn that there has to be what's called mutual respect. There has to be like a mutual respect. And even her friend, it's like she's like, I mean, the stuff that's going on here, it's like she's going to haters discords. It's friggin' crazy, man. It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy like that what's going on here. You know, her friend is like, I was reading the comments, her friend goes to haters discords. Thank you, John. No, there's just no scenario here based on everything that's happening. Look, she did me dirty. She did me dirty. Look, I already know she's never going to call me again. Look, Peppy, let's keep it real. Look, the Florida girl is finished. She is never going to call me again. She is absolutely never going to respond to me. I have a better chance, Peppy, of like reaching, I don't know, friggin' Elvis Presley. I got a better chance of reaching the king, you understand, than reaching the Florida girl. That's it. She's done. She's never going to talk to me again. It's finished. So so basically my only options here is to accept the fact she did me dirty, let her keep the 10,000 and, just move on with my life, forget about her and never talk to her again. Or another option would be to get a billion views, courtesy of her, cash up and go to like Jamaica, somewhere with a very beautiful, sexy woman and tell her thank you. That's another option I could do. I think I'm going to go with that option. I think I like that option better. I think I like the option of getting a billion views rather than have her make a complete fool and jackass out of me, which is what she's doing. Can you please stop spamming the chat? Hate it when people do this stuff here. Um, I am hurt because, look, guys, my wife and mom passed away in 2 weeks. I don't think you understand this. You don't understand the pain of my wife and my mom passing away in 2 weeks. I didn't need this from the Florida girl, especially after what happened with Sarah. I just want to be clear. Remember, the Florida girl came to me. Can we all be clear? She introduced herself to me. This is what nobody like seems to understand. It's not like I reached out and I found the Florida girl. The Florida girl reached out and found me. She found me. She came to my live stream. Okay. So, in other words, my point to you, it's very important that you understand this. She knew everything. She knew my wife passed away. She knew my mother passed away. She knew what happened with Sarah. Okay. Peppy, I'm not saying to you, okay, Peppy, look, I'm not saying to you that she's not a nice person. Okay. Obviously, she is a nice person. Okay. I think, okay, let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you the good side of the Florida girl, and I'm gonna tell you the bad side. She has like multiple sides. You're witnessing the good side of her. You understand? And I've witnessed the good side of her too in the very beginning. The good side of her is she's a very, very loving when she wants to be, very sweet, wonderful person. And you're right. I'm not gonna argue with you about that. She is a wonderful person. But the thing is that, is she a reasonable person? This is the question. Like, in other words, when she gets hurt, is she one-sided, Peppy, or is she an open-minded person? She is absolutely not open-minded. She is completely a narcissist. I've never seen the levels of narcissism from any human being as I've seen in the Florida girl. This girl does not give a rat's ass about your side, about nothing. That's it. So you're witnessing the good side of the Florida girl, Peppy. That's what you're witnessing. What are you talking about, Peppy? I never really talked to her and she was upset. I don't understand what you're saying. Like, what do you if she's giving you recommendations, then you're talking to her, right? I'm not following you. Anyway, I'm just saying that she's not reasonable. She's not a reasonable person. It's just that's the right. The thing is that right when she wasn't upset at me. Listen, when me and her were getting along, listen, she thought I was the sweetest guy in the world too. She thought I was the sweetest guy. She thought I was wonderful. I mean, Peppy, like I said to you, every day she was saying, "I love you. I love you, Richie." Every morning, every night, "I love you. You're my everything." She would say, "My whole body, everything is for you." Like she was total. That. Why do you think I'm so hurt over this? Because in my mind, like this is the thing. I remembered the good side of her. I remember the good side of her. And look, Antonio, I just got to kick you off here, brother. You're a very negative guy. Antonio, I'm going to give you a little break to calm down. I can't take Antonio. It's like all he does, it's either he says, ready? This is Antonio. She's repulsed by you. She can't tolerate you over the Facebook. She can't tolerate you over the abuse. Antonio, I'm going to give you a break. Okay? It's time to give Antonio a break. He needs to calm down. Let's go with 10 minutes right now. Just for him to calm down a little bit. Let's get rid of this guy completely. I don't want to deal with this guy. It's just that when she wants to be sweet, right? She could be the sweetest girl in the world. But when she does not want to be sweet, when she's angry, watch the F out, man. I mean, what I have never seen someone so closed off in my life how she is. I never, like I said, I've never witnessed it before. I've never witnessed someone so closed off. Like, it's like unbelievable. It's like I've apologized to her a million times, and I'm thinking to myself, she needs to apologize to me. She needs to apologize to me. You know? I mean, she doesn't realize what she's done, you know? She doesn't realize it. No, but when you say less forgiving, Peppy, I don't think you're fully understanding the situation here. We're not saying that she's willing to talk to me, she's willing to hear me out, but she's not forgiving me. We're talking about she is completely and utterly ignoring me. Let me be crystal clear. She is completely and utterly ignoring me to the point where it's been like 4 months. And it's like, again, I want to reiterate that you can't really do that to a guy who gave you $10,000 in your life. You can't. Especially a guy whose wife and mother passed away. Antonio, you gotta calm down, man. You just gotta relax. You have to, brother, because the next time I have to kick you off, you're too much, brother. You're too much with the insults. You gotta just Antonio, is there any way you can take like a deep breath or something? Maybe calm down, like maybe like do a little zen or something. You gotta calm down. The next time you mention the following words, ready? Repulsed, abuse, Facebook, you're gone. You're out. That's it, completely. Okay? The next time is just one, even if you just say it in passing. Like, let's just say you write abuse. You write it one time, you're effing gone. All right? So I just want to explain that to you. All right, you're gone. And he doesn't stop, man. Guy doesn't stop. What are you gonna do? Just doesn't stop. I don't know. I don't know where Zanny is. The thing is, like, if she did absolutely like nothing wrong, Peppy, you understand? Like, if she didn't take 10,000, if she didn't play with my heart, play with my mind. I know she thinks she did it, but she did. All right, let's get rid of him again. He just doesn't stop, Antonio. It's like I try to be nice to him, but he doesn't stop. He just doesn't stop. It's like, what do you do with somebody like that? It's like you can't talk to him. It's like I tell him, stop it, he keeps going. It's like he doesn't stop. He's like so effing annoying, that guy. He's like the most annoying guy that's ever lived. I mean, I try so hard to like tolerate him because he actually gives super chats sometimes. But that's how annoying he is. Is like he's the type of a guy that he'll give you a super chat and you still want to kick him off. He's freaking annoying, man. Peppy, again, you're saying she's a spiritual person. You're saying she's a great person. Where's the forgiveness then in her heart? Why can't she, like, listen, if she's such a spiritual person, right? Why can't she say to herself, look, Richie went through the hardest year of his life. Like, why can't, like, Peppy, why can't she just do this? I don't want to talk about the movie Seven right now. I'm talking about something else. I think I saw it. I think I did see it. I think it's a good movie, yes, but I don't want to talk about it right now. If she's such a spiritual person, why can't she just be reasonable? Why can't she just say, Richie had, I don't remember it, bro, offhand. I don't remember it. I have to watch it again to give you a very honest answer. I understand that, but that doesn't really make her a spirit, like the person you're describing, Peppy. A very spiritual person and a very nice person, a wonderful person. All right, let's just get rid of this guy. I can't deal with him either. He's gone. I'm just saying that in life, people who are very spiritual, like you said, people who are good people, they're gonna have an open mind. She's gonna say, his wife passed away, his mother passed away. The girl Sarah took 13,000 from him, didn't come to the Jersey Shore, played with his head, played with his mind. And maybe I didn't mean to do it. Listen, right? But I did, in fact, take $10,000. I accepted $10,000 from him, and I didn't come to the Jersey Shore either. Well, look, here's my vibe, Peppy. My vibe is that I will talk about this for the remainder of my life. I will get, like, how Elon Musk has $1 trillion. Well, here's how I flip. Here's how I flip. I'll get 1 trillion views off this girl. I'm more stubborn than she is. That's the thing. Like she thinks she's stubborn. It's amateur night at Apollo when she's dealing with the Apefather. It's amateur night at the Apollo. Whatever stubborn attitude she thinks she has, multiply that by 1 trillion, and then you're at the Apefather's level. That's all. Sherry, you're another one I'm going to get rid of, brother. Actually, you're not a brother. I think you are a brother, to be honest, but now Sherry's gone. I'm sorry. Peppy, I can't deal with these people. It's too much hate. Peppy, it's too much hate. I can't deal with it. I'm sorry. Now she's looking to start trouble, Peppy. I just don't listen. I'm too. My head is not into it. I'm gonna be ending the live soon anyway. Peppy, I have very little patience for haters. I'm gonna be honest with you. My patience level for haters are on an all-time low. That's it. They come here, they're looking to start trouble. And as soon as they look to start trouble, I'm kicking their ass off. See, at least right now, look, we have our differences, Peppy, but you're being a gentleman. You want me to tell you the truth? You're being a gentleman. Okay. So there's really no reason for me to not treat you as a gentleman. You're being a gentleman. But she's not, she's looking, hey, what's up, William? I love William. What's up, my brother? I love you too, brother. I just don't want to deal with these haters. They come here, they're looking to start trouble, man. I still want to deal with it, you know? I'm just saying that, look, this is the way I see it with the Florida girl. Here's the way I see it. At one point, right, things were going good for us, Peppy. Just hear me out for a second. There was one point we were doing, everything seemed like it was going great. Something got messed up. Okay. Something got messed up. Now, the thing is that why not just like, why not both of us analyze it? Okay. She doesn't want to do that. So what she wants to do is completely blame it all on me. This is what she wants to do. She wants to be like, it's all my fault. Everything is my fault. She did absolutely nothing wrong. I'm the big bad wolf. I'm abusive. I'm possessive. I'm vicious. This is what she's doing. Okay. Instead of maybe looking at maybe something she contributed, you follow me? Something she contributed that caused problems. Like, example, I know she doesn't want to accept it. Well, you might be right, John. But let's assume for a second she's not a con. Okay, listen to me. Just for a second. I know you're convinced that she's a con. You're funny, William. The thing I'm trying to make her understand is that she appeared to be a love con. Now, let's assume she's not for a second, but she appeared to be one. So the thing I'm trying to make her understand, and she doesn't want to understand it, John. It's like she's convincing herself that all the things she did, which are very, very red flags, like big red flags, she's convincing herself that she did nothing wrong. But Peppy, you have to try to understand something. I understand that women don't admit that they're wrong, but she took $10,000 from me. Okay. And she did it at an all time low in my life. She did it when I was at my all time low. it- there's no Peppy, there's no scenario here that she ignores me and ghosts me and keeps $10,000. It doesn't exist. I will come back a million times on her. And this is what she's not understanding. It's like she's not comprehending that she is causing this to become a war. And the funny thing is that it doesn't even have to happen. Do you know I offered her peace? Yeah, but I understand, but that's her opinion, Peppy. Peppy, I understand, but it's her opinion. It's her opinion it was a gift. Okay? The truth is it wasn't a gift. This is what the truth is. The truth is that she made me understand she wanted to be a lifetime person. You understand? She made me understand that my wife's spirit came to her to protect me, but her opinion is her reality. I understand that, but her reality is also going to be my billion views. That's going to be her next reality. She can't keep $10,000. Not with ignoring me. She can't do it. She could pay me back. She can't keep $10,000 and ignore me. She can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I was good enough to her to help her in her life. She should have a little bit of respect for me. Okay? She should have a little bit of respect to say I am not the only one hurt here. You understand? Richie is also hurt. Like, see, I just don't understand why, isn't it terrible? I can do whatever I want, Virus, just like you do. Look, Virus, just like how you put out those stupid videos that you put out that are retarded. Okay, you could do that, right? That's your constitutional right, okay? So it's my constitutional right to talk about whatever I want. And I could care less if you don't like it. You mean nothing to me. Okay? Your opinion means nothing to me. I don't give a shit. You could call me a pansy. Listen to me. You could put out, how about this? Listen to me. You could put out 100 million videos saying that I'm a pansy. And guess what? I don't give a shit. I'm still going to keep talking about this. You are not ever, there is nothing you will ever do that will stop me from talking about this. But if it makes you happy, keep doing what you're doing. Okay. If you get entertainment out of it, I'm just letting you know you're not going to stop me, brother. Yeah, everybody's a nice guy who abuses me, Peppy. Okay, so it's free speech for me too. Can we at least agree on that? But listen, can we agree? Listen, can we agree that you have the right of free speech, right? And I have the right of free speech, correct? That's all. We all have the right of free speech. Why don't we leave it at that? The last conversation I had with her was going well. I was kind of replaying everything. She seemed to be somewhat okay with everything I was saying. Um, but when I kind of asked her, to kind of like make up, she was just like, no, 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 you're too erratic. Of which then I got upset and I kind of said to her, well, then you should pay me back. And then I kind of hung up on her because I got insulted. Listen, guys, I get insulted very easily, as you know. I get insulted because I'm a guy who has a big I don't look, Peppy, I don't know what she wants. Peppy, I can't answer the question. I have no idea what the girl wants. I don't know. I don't know. Here's all I know. This is what I do know. There is no scenario, I'm going to tell you what I know, where she keeps $10,000 of my money and ignores me. That scenario does not exist. Maybe on Mars, listen, if we could get Elon Musk to send the Florida girl to Mars, maybe that will exist on Mars, but on planet Earth, that option does not exist. I will make unlimited videos on this girl for the remainder of her life if she continues to do what she's doing. That's it. That's bottom line. The scenario doesn't exist where she keeps $10,000 and ignores me. It doesn't exist. She could do it. Listen, she does have that constitutional right to do it, but then I have my constitutional right to do what I have to do too. That's the bottom line. That's it. She doesn't get that choice. I am taking that choice away from her. She doesn't get that option. I was too good to this girl. Listen to me. I was not, let me explain to you why I'm so angry. I was not in my right state of mind. I was not in my right state of mind. Okay. My wife and my mother passed away. No, but I just want to explain to you why I'm so angry. She was supposed to come to my life to protect me from Sarah. That's what she said. She wanted to protect me and the children from Sarah. Let's get rid of this idiot. Hold on. Bye. She was supposed to protect me. Oh, he's back. Let me get rid of this person. She was supposed to protect me and the children from Sarah. So the truth is that how did money even come up? You know who brought up money, Peppy? She did. I'm just trying to make you understand this. She asked me if I was a business investor on day one that she knew me. On day three that she knew me, she asked me for money, Peppy. She asked me, she said, I'll sign a promissory note and I will pay back the money, of which she never did. So the point I'm trying to make you understand here, why is everyone so crazy? Like, can't have like normal people anymore. The point is this. The point is that I'm going to get to the goal in a second, but I'm just trying to make you understand something. She should have never, there should have been no money ever even spoken about. What she should have done is just been my friend. That's it from the beginning. In other words, from day one, be my friend. Be there for me as a friend. That's it. And I wouldn't have cared. Listen, if she was just my friend, you understand? I wouldn't have expected nothing from her. Like she didn't have to do nothing for me. She didn't have to go out of her way for me and call me a lot. That was because I thought she was my girlfriend. There's a difference between someone who is a friend and a girlfriend. If she was just my friend and wanted to speak to me once a week, that's fine. You know what I mean? She's like, Richie, I'm really busy. I'm working 3 jobs. I got to take care of my mom. Whatever. Fine. I'm okay with that. But the problem is, I know I never did any due diligence on the businesses. No, Peppy. But I did not. Just to be clear, I did not give her $40,000 as an investment for that business. I did not do that. But the point I'm trying to say to you is that she should have just been a friend. That's it. So the fact now you're asking me where do we go from here, right? Is that what your question is? Where do we go from here? Uh, I'll say it again. What I would like. Wait a minute. I'm not sure what wait a minute means. You want me to stop talking? I mean, I'm just talking. Are you just saying that there was something that you found out new information? What does wait a minute mean? She was asking me for an investment in a business, yes, that she had with her uncle. Yes, that was like literally from the beginning of our relationship. Yes, yes, John. Listen. I'm not sure that the fact that she wanted me to invest in a business makes her a scam artist. I know that's what you're all thinking. It might have been a legitimate business. Listen, guys, I never made the investment. It might have been a legitimate business. It might have been something where she really wanted to make me money. I'm not taking that away from her. Look, one thing I don't do in my life is this. I don't assume. Yeah, but I know, but I'm just saying I don't. Well, there's no way for me to look into it because I don't know her uncle's name. I don't know anything. I mean, I know, but it wasn't an actual business. It was he worked for someone and they wanted to sell products. It wasn't like a real. It's not a business that you could look up, Peppy. It's not. It's something that's done directly through a family member. You follow me? I don't know the family member's name. There's no way for me to do any homework on this. But getting back to what I was saying, I didn't make that investment, so it's really again with the conehead. All right, new rule: everyone who calls me conehead is being kicked out. All right, bye. I just can't handle these people anymore, man. Okay, once again, listen, virus. Um, the reality is I have more money than you. Okay. So until you have, listen to me, until you have upwards of $800,000 in the bank, until you have upwards of over $400,000 in equity, which makes me a millionaire. Okay. When you have that, then you can have an opinion. Until then, go F yourself. Okay. I'll talk about what I want to talk about and I'll do what I want to do. Cabish? Let's get rid of this guy. I'm kicking everybody out. See, you want to know what it is with you, virus. You know what your problem is? Listen, you want to know what your problem is? You want the right to have freedom of speech. Listen, no, but listen, you want that right, but yet you don't want me to have that right. Like this is what the weird thing is with haters. Haters, you want. I want you to just hear me out for a second. You want the right of having freedom of speech, correct? You want that right, but for some reason, you don't want me to have that right. Like in other words, you want to control, right, what I say. No, you do have an issue. You do have an issue. You do have an issue with what I say. You're trying to alter my content. Okay, but Pepe, listen, you could say he's a great editor. You could say he's great with making original songs. But this is the thing. He could do whatever he wants on his channel, but this is my channel, and I will talk about whatever I want to talk about. That's the bottom line, okay? Now, this is the thing, Virus. If you don't like my content, there is an option. The option is don't watch it. That there's an option. I'm giving you a solution. I don't want your listen to me. Let me be clear to you. I don't want your suggestion. I don't care about you. You mean nothing to me. Your opinions mean nothing to me. Your suggestions mean nothing to me. You are a complete nothing to me. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So I don't in any way, shape, or form, I don't want your suggestion. Nothing, zero. No, it's not even a question that I don't like you. It's a question that if I wipe my ass, listen to me, that means more to me than your opinion. I don't care about your opinion. So I'm trying, am I being clear? Like, so listen, it goes back to your opinion, right? It goes back to, so your opinion is this. You don't like my content, correct? Let's get to the bottom line. No, but listen, let's get to the bottom line. You don't like my content. Here's the solution. Don't watch it. Unsubscribe to my channel. Don't watch my videos. Don't come to my live streams. There it is. Simple solution. Simple solution. But if you think that you're going to tell me what to do, it's not going to work. You can do whatever you want to do on your channel. On your channel, you could do whatever you want to do. But guess where you are right now? You're on my channel. All right. Look, if you continue this, I have to just kick you off, brother. I have to just kick you off. All right. That's it. You're gone, brother. You won't stop. You won't stop. So I'm kicking your ass off. Bye. He doesn't stop, Peppy. I'm sorry. I don't even care about the algorithm. I just don't want to deal with him. I don't want to deal with him, John. I'm going to be ending the live stream anyway in a few minutes. By the way, I always let them back. Don't worry, John. Everybody's wonderful, Peppy. Everybody's wonderful to you. Do you think I'm a good guy? Do you think I'm a talented guy? Everybody's wonderful. Florida girl's wonderful. Virus is wonderful. Joe's wonderful with all the videos he makes. Thank you, Peppy. I appreciate it. So getting back to what I was saying, because I'm going to be ending the live pretty soon here. Um, there's no scenario where the Florida girl keeps $10,000 and I stop talking about my experience with her. That scenario doesn't exist. So here's the solution on her part. You want to hear the solution? Okay. One solution is she can pay me back. That is a viable option. She could say, Rich, I will give you. I really don't want to get into politics, brother, please, but thank you for the super chat. I don't want to go there, but I appreciate the super chat. God bless you. Okay, but Peppy, listen to me. Peppy, can you just because I don't want to kick you off, Peppy. I'm having a nice conversation with you. I'm having a great conversation with you. Peppy, what part of I don't respect haters, like what part of that do you not understand? Like I'm trying to be respectful. I don't care about haters at all. Like they mean nothing to me. Their opinions mean nothing to me. Their views mean nothing to me. You understand? So you're saying it like no, but listen to me for a second. You're saying it like I don't know, like I have to respect haters. Like the way you're making a statement. You're making like this statement like I have to respect them. I don't respect them. You understand? They mean their opinions. I would respect the opinion of a friggin' gorilla. Listen, over the friggin' haters. Like if I was at a zoo and a gorilla looked at me, Peppy, and he did this, listen to me. Hey, I'll say, hey, how you doing today? You doing good? Yeah. What do you want? An effing banana? Hey, yes, that. It's like I don't care about haters. So can we just like I don't care that they can have the greatest points. Listen to me. They can have the best advice, Peppy. Let me make you understand this. The best advice, the greatest points. I don't give a shit. I don't like these people. I don't respect these people. They mean nothing to me. So I don't want their points. You guys are trying to force your vision onto me. That's what you're trying to do. I want my vision. You understand? I don't want your vision. I don't want WTF's vision or Virus's vision. I want my vision. Okay, so anyway, continuing what I was saying. So here's an option. I but it's my live stream. Peppy, listen, I'm John Gotti here. This is the thing. Peppy, I'm the boss. Listen, you ever watch The Sopranos? Who's the boss of the family? Tony. Who's the who you know what I'm saying to you? Okay. Tony Soprano. Okay. He runs the Soprano crew. He's the boss of the family. So basically the buck stops with him. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna learn when you watch The Sopranos is that Tony calls the shots. You don't go to Tony and say, Tony, I think that you need to get to handle this situation this way. No, Tony's the one who makes the decisions. Okay, so on this channel, I handle everything. It's my decision. See, all right, I'm gonna explain something to you. The Florida girl has the right to do the following things. Listen to me. Are you ready? She has the right to ignore me. You know, now let's try to figure this out. Why does she have that right? Because it's her life, correct? Can I force her to talk to me? The answer is no. So she has that right. Okay. But this is the thing. Does she have the right to keep the $10,000 that I gave to her because she said to me she wanted to be a lifetime person? She said to me, she brought my wife into it. She said my wife's spirit came to her, Peppy. No, but I'm trying to make you I'm trying to make you see my point because I don't think you see it. She has the right to ignore me. She has the right to never speak to me again, Peppy. You understand? That's her right. It's her life. Okay. But does she have the right to keep $10,000, Peppy? That was only given to her because I thought she was going to be a person that she turned out not to be. You understand? So the answer is no. She doesn't have the right to keep the $10,000. Okay. So it goes back to the goal is to do one of two things, Peppy. The goal is to do one of two things. Okay. Follow me. Are you following me? Say A or B. Peppy, right? I want to see that we're on the same page. Type A or B. Okay. Because I don't know if you're following me. A or B. Okay, so let's go with A. Let's assume the Florida girl. Okay, so right. Let's start with A. The second thing I'll explain to you is B. Let's say the Florida girl never wants to speak to me again. Like, in other words, that's it. And it seems that that is the option. Okay. There is one way she could settle it. She could pay me back $10,000 and I will leave her alone for the rest of her life. That's it. I will stop all videos. I will not mention her again. I will not in any way, shape, or form do anything harassing, nothing, zero. All communication will stop and she could go her merry way. Now let's talk about option B. she doesn't want to pay me back, right? Then she has to respect me. She has to say, whatever you want to call it, Peppy, you could call it a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, or you could call it a friendship relationship, like just friends. Okay. She has to come to the conclusion that she is not perfect. She has to come to the conclusion that she's done a lot of wrong, a lot. And I did a lot of wrong. So, what we have to do is communicate and compromise where we both see each other's points. I'm just Peppy, that question doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, Peppy. And let me explain to you why it doesn't make any sense. Because at the end of the day, happiness is something that would only come if two people respect each other. Let me get rid of this guy. Hold on. Do you know how you're happy with a person, Peppy? Like how you're happy with your beautiful wife because you probably have a wonderful relationship, right? Where you both communicate very well, there's compromising. So your question doesn't make any sense. The same reason, let me tell you why it doesn't make any sense. The same reason why we're fighting today would be the same reason we'll never be happy together because there's no communication. There's no compromise. There's no respect. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to say to you is that that's what needs to change. That's what needs to change. In other words, she has to start respecting me. She has to start respecting my feelings. She has to start communicating better and compromising on her end, and I will do the same. And that will be a solution. Well, now you're asking me a different question. You're asking me, do I want her as just a friend or do I want her as a girlfriend? The original plan was that I wanted her as a girlfriend. That was my original motive. My original motive with the Florida girl was I loved her and I wanted her to be my girlfriend. Um, that was the original plan, Pappy. But things change. You follow what I'm saying? And based on things changing, you have to like adapt. So would I be willing to a friendship to like would I be willing to have a friendship with her to rebuild a relationship? The answer is yes. But this is the thing. It still has to have the same foundation though. But Peppy, you're jumping all over the place, man. The first step here, Peppy, whether we're boyfriend and girlfriend or whether we're just friends, would be respect. But try not to jump so fast. Try not to jump. Okay. The first step here, she has to respect me. She has to care about my Peppy. She's not doing. Can I tell you what's happening right now, Peppy? Just to educate you. Okay. The Florida girl is not choosing choice A, which is to pay me back. She's not choosing that. She's not choosing choice B, which is to be, respectful to each other, kind to each other, respecting each other's views and opinions. She's not picking that. So unfortunately, she's pushing me to what's called now, write this one, Peppy, choice C. Choice C, write that. Type that one out, Peppy. Choice C. And we'll discuss choice C now. We're going to talk about choice C. You're back again, Antonio. What is this, your third account? Can you please be respectful? Right. Choice C is the worst choice. And that's the current choice that we're in right now. Choice C is we have absolutely no respect for each other at all. We have hatred for each other. Okay. No love. No love. And it's pretty much anarchy, it's chaos, and it's war. That's choice C. Choice C is when you have absolutely no communication, no compromise, no one is willing to budge. But that's right, that's choice C. Choice C is an all out war. So let's talk about what choice C is. Choice C, in her case, is she is completely ghosting me and keeping $10,000 of my money and friends with haters. Okay, that's choice C for her. Choice C for me is I will get 1 billion views, which actually is good for me. That's a good choice. Okay, at her expense. At her expense. Okay. Now, she doesn't like that choice because a lot of things are making her feel very uncomfortable. She's getting very embarrassed. She doesn't like choice C. But what I don't understand about her is why pick it then? It's been like realistically, it's been like 4 months. I mean, we spoke the one time as I mentioned to you, but not counting the one time we spoke, it's been about I say close to 4 months. I like a little over 3 months. Look, if this is the way it has to end, look, if this is the way it has to end, where she's gonna ghost me and keep $10,000, I will I will just continue what I'm doing, and I don't give a shit about what anybody thinks. Guys, you can unsubscribe to me. like you have to try to understand. I really don't care if let's say you get sick of this topic, right? You could unsubscribe to me. I don't care. But I will talk about this probably for the remainder of my life. I will get 1 billion. Bro, see this the thing about the ape father is no one is stronger than me. She thinks she's strong, but she's not. Okay. No one is stronger than me. I can keep this going forever. Okay. And that's it. Why? Because I feel like she did me dirty. So, Car King, here's the thing. I'm about to kick you off. But before I kick you off, you ever watch The Apprentice with President Trump? You're what? Say it with me, everybody. Fired. You're fired. He's gone. So, anyway, um, that's a good question, Peppy. That's a good question. I don't know if I would completely stop reaching out to her because I go through mood swings, Peppy. There are times where I feel like I want nothing to do with her. I'm very angry. Then there's times where I say to myself, well, maybe I could put an end to this. You follow me? Like I'm just being honest with you. Maybe I could reach her. Maybe we could both come to a point where we can now pick choice A or choice B. We could exit. We could exit choice C. But the problem is every time I reach out to her, Peppy, she doesn't respond. She doesn't reply. She ignores me. You follow me? Oh, he is the best, Gary Busey. Yeah, it's a mood swing. It's I'm just if you want me to keep it real with you, if you want me to keep it real with you, I'll keep it real. But the problem is that she's not responding to me, which ultimately leads to I go through mood swings. There's times I wake up and I say to myself like this: the girl is very selfish. She's a narcissist because that's how she acts. She doesn't care about my feelings at all. She doesn't care about my health. She doesn't care about my children's health. She doesn't care about us. She doesn't care it was my mother's birthday. It's like she just doesn't give a shit. And that was the whole premise of her taking money from us. The whole point of her accepting money was that she was supposed to be the angel in our corner. She was supposed to be the person that was going to be helping me and helping the children. That was the whole point of her taking money. For her to not like want to call us on my mother's birthday where we're all crying all day, me and my kids. All right, let's get rid of this guy. I'm just saying that you want me to tell you if I can make a suggestion to the Florida girl. I don't want to get into her personal life. I really don't want to do it. I think she did. The answer is yes, but I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. Um, my suggestion to the Florida girl is this: if she's listening, which she probably isn't, because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. My suggestion is to be reasonable, stop being so hard headed, stop being so stubborn, and come to a point where she could see my side. And I will do the same. Okay. I will see her side, Peppy. Peppy, you can even relay a message because you seem like you talk to her. All I'm asking her to do is she sees my side, she respects me, I see her side, and I respect her. And if she doesn't want to be my girlfriend, okay, we could start off as friends. We could be friends. But the thing is, there has to be a mutual respect. I don't think she wants to do that, Peppy. I what I feel is happening with the Florida girl is I think she just wants an all-out complete break. Like in other words, she just wants to completely have me out of her life, like completely. What's up, Frogger? She in other words, she's done. She doesn't want to talk to me anymore. She doesn't want to respond to me anymore. She wants me completely gone from her life. But then the problem is, once again, she took $10,000 from me. So that's where there's the problem. If she never took $10,000, she would be in the clear. She would be that's it. She would be in the clear, have a nice life. But she did accept $10,000. So she's not I think what's happening is that she's not accepting that that's not a viable option. She's just not getting it. So unfortunately, I just have to do what I have to do here. That's it. That's the bottom line. There's really she's not leaving me with too many choices. No, but you're not understanding, Peppy. There's a whole new thing I'm doing right now. Peppy, you're not getting it. I'm not like trying to add up to $10,000. I'm going to talk about this the rest of my life at a principal. I'm going to wind up making millions off this, Peppy. Peppy, the $10,000 only counts if she pays it back to me personally. See, Peppy, you're not following the ball game here. You're a little behind. All right, let me give you an example because you know how you guys always talk about like courts. All right, you always talk about courts, right? Well, let me tell you one of the things the courts told me. I'll give you an example. Let's say a court wants to give you a fine of $100. Like in other words, they come to a resolution. They say, "Look, Mister Lavoy, whatever. If you plead guilty, hear me out. If you plead guilty, we will resolve this today. $100 fine." I'm just trying to give you an analogy to understand this. If you do not plead guilty and if you do not accept the $100 fine, then you got to go to court. Now, if you go to court, the judge could now hit you with a fine for $2,000 for $5,000. Are you following me? No. You're misunderstanding, Pappy. You're misunderstanding, Pappy. You're misunderstanding, and I'm trying to explain it to you. There is no limits to what I will earn talking about this. I'm planning on talking about this probably the rest of my life. There's no limits. Like I might eventually earn millions of dollars talking about this, Peppy. Like I might earn potential. I'm just saying potential millions of dollars. Millions. Now you might say, but why? Because it's principle. She wants to put me through this much torture after how good I was to her. It's not just about the money, you frogger, because I'm about to kick you off. It's the principle. It's the principle of how she broke my heart. It's the principle of how she made me understand she was going to be a lifetime person. All right, Peppy, you don't get it, Peppy. You're starting to kind of like aggravate me a little bit now, Peppy. Peppy, repeat after me. $10,000 applies if she pays me back personally. Do you understand? $10,000 applies if she pays me back personally. If she doesn't pay me back personally, this is what's called like you know the tutoring center I had, Peppy. What was the name? What was the name of the tutoring center I had? Sky's the limit, right? Sky's the limit, right? Okay. Sky's the limit if she doesn't pay me back. I'll talk about this forever. I'll talk about this for the next 20 years. Cabish? all to be spiteful, because that's just unfortunately how I am. She's being very right, stars, right. She's being very spiteful. She's being very spiteful to me. She's being very spiteful, man. To a person that loved her, to a person that really wanted to cherish her and had only the best of intentions. She's taking the dagger and she's stabbing me in my heart. But see, at the end of the day, Antonio, it goes back to, do I care about you? Listen to me. Do I care about Frogger? Like, in other words, do I care about hopscotch? I don't care about none of you people. Like, don't take it the wrong way. I don't care what you think of me. I don't, for some reason, I think that like you guys actually believe, I don't know, like that you could insult me or hurt me, or I don't care about what you think about me. You guys could feel whatever you want. Your opinions mean nothing to me. I, j- I just, I don't think you guys understand. Like when Antonio says it makes me look bad. Look bad to who? You? Who does it make me look bad to? Okay, but I don't care about guys. I don't care about your opinions. I don't want to be liked by none of you. I don't listen. You people represent views. Listen to me. At the end of the day, you are as good as the next view. That's all it is. Your opinions don't mean anything to me. I talk to you for one reason and one reason only. I'm venting and I'm getting views. That's it. Now we can have a nice conversation where I'll respect you, but at the end of the day, I make the final decision because this is my YouTube channel. Guns and Rots. I love Guns and Rots, by the way. He's one of the he is a hater to a certain degree, but he's kind of like a hater and a friend. I have to say I consider him a friend too, Guns and Rots. Okay, but let me say Florida girl told me you scared her, but she's full of it. She said she hasn't watched any of your videos in a while and she doesn't care what you say. She's moved on. Okay, that's good. Um, I don't. Okay, I don't think. See, this is another thing. I think that the Florida girl is misunderstanding, and let me clear it up. Let me clear it up. There's there's a difference between the Florida girl. No, but just hear me out for a second, Peppy. There's a difference between the Florida girl wanting to make peace with me between me and her. Listen to me. I want to answer Guns N' Rot's question. If the Florida girl wants to make peace with me, let's say she decides. Let's say she's like, look, Rich, I feel terrible that you have hatred in your heart. I have hatred in my heart. Or whatever, or maybe she got to a point where she just doesn't give a shit anymore. I don't know what's going on. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, she wants to make peace. Okay, for the sake of argument, if she makes peace with me, all of this ends. All of this now ends. That's it. There'll be no more videos. There'll be no more live streams. A matter of fact, I wanted to be very nice to her. I wanted to be sweet to her. I wanted to see if we could possibly start things over. Okay, someone's calling me a cone. I got to get rid of them. Bye. That's the instant thrown off. I know, but this is different, Peppy. This is not the White House, Peppy. This is the Apefather house. All right, Fraga. Once again, have your opinion. Your opinion means nothing. All right. Well, when I see it, let's get rid of this guy. So, did you understand my point? If she wants to make peace between me and her, then I will end all of this. I will end the videos. I'll end the live streams. I will be wonderful to her because that's a wonderful thing. That's a good gesture. But she's not doing that. She doesn't want to make peace. Okay? Like Guns and Rocks just said. She's not watching my videos. She's moved on with her life and she's ignoring me and she's finished. But the problem with that scenario is she's keeping my $10,000 as well. See, we can't forget about that part. She's also keeping $10,000. What's your question, Guns and Rots? What's your question, Guns and Rots? Frogger, before you have a question, Guns and Rots has a question. Let's answer Guns and Rots. Do you have a question, brother? I'm waiting. He's typing it, I guess. If you get views not talking about the Florida person and you get just as many views talking about her, what other reason talk about her other than views? It's to get revenge. Pure and simple. It is to get satisfaction that she is doing me dirty and she's doing me dirty and I'm going to do her dirty. It's as simple as that. Does that make any sense? She's doing me dirty. Like she's doing me dirty, brother. Like, could I talk about other subjects? And I will. By the way, I will talk about other subjects. Like, I don't know if you caught some of my videos today, brother. I went to a great Italian restaurant. I don't know if you saw it. Okay, I had a wonderful Italian dinner. In addition to that, I talked about SpaceX. In addition to that, I spoke about Elon Musk becoming the world's first trillionaire. So Guns and Rods, I am talking about other subjects. I am talking about other subjects, but I will continue to talk about her as well. What's the idea, Peppy? Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I mean, eventually, listen, I'll get into content like that, Peppy. I like the ideas. Eventually, I'll do things like that. But unfortunately, what it seems like is that she has no intention of making the peace. That's it. Her whole thing is that she does not feel she did anything wrong. This is the unfortunate thing. She is extremely, extremely one-sided. Um, yeah, she's playing with me. That's what I said. The live stream is called. The live stream is called that. It's a game. She's playing a game. She's extremely one-sided. She doesn't want to see she did anything wrong, and she doesn't want to make peace, and she wants to just never speak to me again. But as I said, unfortunately, there isn't a scenario doesn't exist. This is what she's not understanding. A scenario doesn't exist where she keeps $10,000 and never speaks to me again. There has to be a repercussion. That's the thing. So in other words, if she goes that route, which is the route she's going, there is a repercussion. And the repercussion is once again choice C. I understand that, but we're currently at choice C. And I want you to know I actually spoke to her about this, Peppy. And Guns and Rods. Can I tell you something? I spoke to her about this. Okay. I told her, I said, way back, can I just give you like an example? Way back, like maybe 5 months ago. 5 months ago, right? I told her, the Florida girl. No, you're right, Frogger. You're right. But put aside all the suspicion for a second. Your points make a lot of sense. That white pickup truck did freak me out, brother. Put aside all of your suspicions because this is business now, brother. This is no longer about does she have a fiance. I know that's what you're gonna say. That she has the fiance owns the white truck. I get all of that. It is a huge red flag, but we're past that at this point. We're past the red flags. At this point, it's business. It's business now. It's either is she gonna pay me back? Am I gonna get views? It's like we're at a business level now. Okay. So getting back to business, she doesn't seem like she wants to in any way, shape, or form respect me. She never called me when she was at work. I think she called me when she was at her house. Yeah. I mean, there was time she was at her house. Yes. I know the gas station thing freaked me out too, Fraga. But it's not just that she effed with money, Heavy Santos. I don't think Heavy Santos understands what happened here. My wife and my mother passed away. Listen to me, brother. No, but just hear me out for a second. My wife and my mother passed away in 2 weeks. My wife was battling cancer for 10 years. She passed away, my beautiful wife. This was like my soulmate, the mother of my children, my best friend, my everything. I was a basket case when all of this was going on. I was a basket case. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. So, in a way, I feel like she took advantage of me. So I agree with Guns and Rods. I do not feel she'll pay me back any money. I also agree that she doesn't even want to talk to me anymore. So what am I supposed to do? Like Guns and Rods, let me ask you your opinion. What would you do if you were me? Okay. Which I know you would never be in. I know, look, Guns and Rods, I know you would never put yourself in this position. Thank you, Heavy Santos. You're right, stay tuned. No, you're right about finding a better woman, but how do I handle the situation? Do I just let her keep the money? I just move on with my life. I forget about the whole thing. I can't do that. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't do it because I can't. Because I feel like when someone does you so dirty like this, unfortunately, it becomes like a vendetta. Taking her to court, it's not going to mean anything. It's not going to mean anything taking it to court. First of all, the judge will probably say, "I gave her the money. I can't let it go. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it." You could say it a million times, and I'll continue to tell you I can't do it. Taking her to court is a waste of time. Right. That's why I'm saying I gave it. It's a gift. Right. I don't like this pirate guy. I don't like him. Let's get rid of this guy. Listen, at the end of the day, I could do exactly what I'm doing. Antonio, once again, you're trying to talk to me as if your opinions mean anything. I thought I was clear to you. I don't want your opinions. I understand you're making a. I understand that you're trying to make a good suggestion to me, but I don't care about your opinions. And if another woman doesn't understand it, I don't care about her. I don't care about the long term. I'm not thinking as far ahead as you guys are. It doesn't make a difference. It's what I'm going to do. It was too dirty what she did. But Guns and Rots, this is past. I am seeing other women. This is not about other women. And by the way, there's a lot of ways. I find other women and they don't even find my YouTube channel. I'm kind of like Batman, by the way. We'll talk about that on another note. I'm kind of Apefather's kind of like Batman. I found ways where people won't find my channel. All right, let's get rid of this guy, pirate. Everybody tell this guy to go home and get his shine box. Bye, pirate man. Bye bye. Let's get rid of this other person here. Hold on. Stay tuned. Said my ex girlfriend. I bought the van, the bracelet. She left me a month later. Women can be evil. Yeah, apparently so. Heavy Santos. I have two ex-wives. This is a different scenario, Steve. Um, my wife and mother passed away. The scenario was for her to be in my life to help me and to help the children. She said she wanted to be a lifetime person. She said she wanted to be godmother to the kids. She got the money under false pretenses, Steve. Okay, this wasn't a situation where I was just a regular guy. That's not the real Brooklyn babe, by the way. That's not her. You guys are even imitating Laura. That's crazy, man. Why are you imitating Laura for? That's very strange. Look, Steve, I don't want to go back and forth with you, brother. I don't want to go back and forth with you. Okay. It doesn't make a difference if it was a loan, if it wasn't a loan. I'm not talking about the legalities. I'm talking about what's moral, brother. What's moral? What's morally right? I don't want to go back and forth with you, please. Okay. I see where you're going with this. You're trying to prove a legal matter. Legally, I don't have a leg to stand on. Okay, but there's a difference between what's legally right and what's morally right, Steve. Right? And I don't want to. I really don't want to argue with you. This is a person imitating Laura for some reason. Very strange. The ideal situation would have been to end the bad blood. That would have been the ideal situation. You want to hear the ideal situation? If she would have just got to a point where she realized she made some mistakes, I made some mistakes. We both respected each other. We actually could have wound up having a beautiful relationship again, even if it was ultimately a friendship. Even if it was ultimately a friendship, we could have both realized we both made mistakes. But it's a shame she doesn't want to do that. She just doesn't want to do it. Hey, what's up there, Angelina? I see your point, Guns and Rods, but this is not about relationships. This is about other issues, brother. Like I got a beautiful girl here right now, Angelina Ravioli. Guns and Rods is a great man. No, I'm going to be going to sleep soon, like probably in a few minutes, actually. How you doing tonight, Angelina? Yeah, Guns N' Roses does have great videos. He does. I'm actually probably going to be like, Guns N' Roses should have, could have, would have, but she only talks bad about you every chance she gets. And you know what's ironic, Guns N' Roses, is that this is the same girl who used to say she loves me every day and loves me every night. I know I'm going to get him angry. He's going to say she was only saying that for the money, right? I know he's going to say that, Guns N' Roses. Usually when you're waking up, Angelina, I'm going to sleep. We're on different time schedules. Let's get rid of this guy. I don't know. I think people like get some kind of like entertainment out of it. They just love the trolling and the rage baiting and all that stuff. I know Guns N' Roses. Well, it's 5 o'clock a.m. where I'm at here. A cone head. Let's get rid of that guy. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna relax a little bit. Angelina, I apologize to you. I've been doing this live for a while, but I'm gonna probably be ending this live right now. But listen, have a great night, everybody. I'm gonna be doing a lot more lives. Ireland, beautiful. Hey, what's up, Peter DiCaprio side chick? How you doing? Beautiful Ireland. I would love to be in Ireland one day. I love you too. You know, who with or without you, who with or without you. I can live with or without you. Anyway, have a good night. All right, let them talk to her for a few minutes. Let me not end this. Talk to her. Come on, Guns N' Roses. I'm gonna chill out for my brother here. Talk to Angelina for a little bit. Have some fun. Let me checking something for a second. Hold on, yeah. While you guys talk, ah, I'll do a little. I'll do a little piano here. I'll do like some kind of nice little instrumental piece. I call this one the Florida Girl Blues. Doesn't want to make peace, you know. Doesn't want to talk good about me no more. Doesn't want to see my side of things. Thank you, Stoned. I could jam on that all night long, you know? Just get a couple of nice little chord progression. That's a nice little chord progression, right? She doesn't want to hear me out at all, right? Doesn't care about my side of things. Thinks that she's 100% right. And I'm the big bad wolf. She's scared of me. Hey, you gotta be scared of the big bad wolf, right? But she was not scared of taking $10,000 from me. She took the wolf's money. Ow! I could jam on that for like hours. God bless you, Angel. Someone's calling me an egghead. Let's get rid of that person. Yeah, I should have followed in Pepe's footsteps there. You know, too many people found out who I am. Anyway, guys, I am going to be going to sleep now. I hope you guys talked a little bit. I just want to give you some time. He's like, play some more. All right. He's talking, right? He's having fun. I'll give you a few more minutes. Angelina is a great supporter of mine. She's always been very nice to me, Angelina. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Peppy. Let's do another jam. Glad everybody's having a good time, vibing, talking to each other. I'm glad I could be of that service, A Father bringing people together. I say it's one thing A Father does well. I bring people together. Sometimes I bring even ex girlfriends of mine together. I'm going to sleep real soon. Starting my morning off right here with a little OJ. Thank you, Guns and Rots. A Father's a good man. I just want all of you to know I'm not a bad guy. I'm a good guy. She just look. She made me believe something that wasn't true. That's it. You understand? It happens. She made me believe something that wasn't true. Telling me all this stuff. She wants to be here, a lifetime person for me. She was playing games with me, man. The girl was playing games with me. Guns and Rots is ultimately right. You know, my beautiful wife, Jennifer, when you have the right person in your life, man, forget about it. Jennifer was the greatest, my wife. She was my true soulmate, my true love. I miss her every second, man. I really do. I miss her every second. When someone loves you, they don't do this shit. They don't ignore you. Come on, man. Who ignores you if they really love you, right? If someone really loves you, they want to talk to you, they want to work it out. In a relationship, there's no bosses, man. There's no right and wrong in a relationship, right? You got to have two people that care about each other's feelings. Look, I don't want to be spiteful. I know all of you think I'm this spiteful guy. It's because I have to force her to care. I have to force her. God bless you. God bless your husband. God bless your family. I'm so sorry for your loss, Angelina. God bless you and God bless your husband. My condolences for your loss. It's a very hard thing. I know, Angelina, believe me. But when two people love each other, man, it's supposed to be the most simplest thing in the world. It's not supposed to be so hard like this. Those are wonderful words of wisdom right there from Angelina. Always appreciate your wife, Peppy. Trust me, she's right. I had real love with my wife too, Angelina. I know how you feel. It was very easy. Our relationship was so easy, me and my wife. It was like all we ever did, we never went to sleep angry. Uh, we were always happy because it is we wanted to make each other happy. It was that simple. I make a lot of videos on this. Everybody always says it's hard to be happy in life. It's actually, in my opinion, it's very easy when you're with the right person. When you're with the right person, being happy is the easiest thing in the whole world. When you're with the wrong person, it's the hardest thing in the world. Yep. I wish I could have my wife back too. I miss her. Apefather's going in the dark here a little bit. I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna like relax a little bit. Zandy, you came here now. I was about to end the live here. I'm like going to sleep here. You know, the Florida girl did come across like a very sweet girl. She did, you know. Sometimes maybe I don't know. Maybe I think that she just wanted to be my friend. You know, like when we were talking, like how all you guys are talking right now. See, all of you guys are talking like friends. You follow me? And when I was talking like that with the Florida girl, we got along great. But you know, it's kind of like once it started getting into the whole romantic area, you know, the sexual area, the romantic area. I don't know. She seemed to drift away with that part. You know, I don't know. Again, I don't know what it was. You know, like when we were just friends, like we were kind of getting along great. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I mean, we did kiss, but it didn't really go much further than that. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I've never experienced it. What happened with this girl? But yet she was telling me, I love you every morning, every night. I love you. I love you. You're my everything. You know, I think the reason why she hurt me so much, she sold me on the notion that within a few months she was going to be on her feet again. Both are not good, yeah, right? Where'd you hear the other side from? Would you go to Laura's YouTube channel? Where did you hear her side from? No, I'm just curious though. You went to Laura's channel, the cigarette woman's channel? Because if that's the case, you must have heard, oh my god, crazy shit. Uh yeah, jazz. You making me say her name. Jazz music. Jazz music. Beep ba ba dee bo ba da ba da beep ba dee ba dee ba dee bo. I know what her story is. Her story is that I'm this abusive guy. I'm not an abusive guy. Let me be clear to all of you, okay? I never in my life ever spoke disrespectful to my wife. We hardly even fought, me and my wife, in 20 years. I protected my mother her whole entire life. She had a problem, my mother, God bless her, with my father, but I don't want to get into it. But I protected my mother my whole life. I have nothing but the highest love and respect for women. But something happened with the Florida woman. It was just like I never experienced, it's like she was making me feel like the whole thing was a scam, you know? It's like I mean, I don't want to keep repeating it because I'm about to go to sleep here, but she didn't make me feel like she was a regular girlfriend. And that's why I lost it. You know, I had listen. I had the craziest year of my whole life. It's like nobody understands. Like my wife passed away, my mother passed away. I had that crazy situation with Sarah. May she rest in peace. You know, she had an accidental overdose. God bless her. You know, then it's like I have this situation with the Florida girl. I mean, it was just too much, man. The reason why she keeps the reason why she keeps saying that, Peppy, is because she doesn't want to pay the money back. you see, it's a very unique situation. She has to say I was a great boyfriend, but at the same time, I'm this violent, terrible guy. No, but you understand, Randy. She has to say, like, in other words, she has to say, I was an extremely wonderful, generous boyfriend. This is what Peppy doesn't understand. She has to keep saying that. The reason why is because she doesn't want to pay me back. Like, obviously, if she leaves it at I'm this terrible guy, I'm a horrible, horrible guy, then ultimately she might have to pay me back. So it's kind of like she has to do a little bit of both, right, Randy? Richie, you were the most amazing, generous boyfriend. How you gave me those wonderful gifts, and I appreciate you, and I had tremendous love for you. But also, you're a possessive, vicious, mean, horrible guy. um, the scaring part, the obsessed part, okay, was based on okay. So let's talk about this. The part where she says that I scared her. She's talking about when I got angry. I think I spoke to you about this, Guns and Rots, with the things I said to her. But this was after she was ignoring me. She wants to leave out. She wants to leave out all of these parts. She wants to leave out how she accepted $10,000, all for her to be like, I have no time for you. I don't want to be romantic in any way. I don't want to be sexual. See, these are all the parts she's leaving out. I don't check my phone. I don't check messages. I'm working 3 jobs. I have to take care of my mom. I got to. Why did you accept all of this money? It's like she had no time. And I just try. And what happens when I tried to talk to her about this? I was like, "Hun, I'm not feeling important here. I'm not feeling like a priority. I'm not feeling important." See, I just feel like so tricked, man. You want me to? This is why I'm so angry. You want to know why I'm so angry? I feel like I hate to say it, man. I just feel like the girl outright tricked me, man. Like she outright tricked me, man. She really did, Randy. Randy, man. I feel so because the way she's Randy, the way she's talking about me right now, guys. You had to see this girl before she got money from me. She was a completely different person, man. A completely different person. Like she was acting like my wife, bro, in the beginning. You don't understand, man. This is what it is. I think about the song by Billy Joel, "The Stranger." People show their true mask, man. That's right, Randy. That's right, Guns and Rots. Angelita, I never was like this, Angelita. Can I tell you something? I was never like this my whole life. I was never like this. Like I something just I lost my mind, man, when my wife and my mom passed away, guys. I was never like this. I never was like this. I don't give money. I don't do things like this. I don't know what happened, man. I just got lost. I was lost, man. Unfortunately, I got lost. What are you gonna do? But it just bothers me how horrible she speaks about me because I know Guns N' Rots. Guns N' Rots is a very honest man. I mean, I trust him a lot. And I know that if he's saying this, that is her words. And it's just disgusting how she talks about me. She talks about me in such a horrible, disgusting way when I helped her and I helped her family and I helped her friends. And it's like, it's disgusting how she talks about me. It really is horrible, man. Peppy, have a good night, Peppy. That's right, Randy. And yes, I did want to fill the void, but I believed in her, Angelita. I believed in everything she said. How she was saying all this stuff to me. I love you. Just give me a little time to get my life together. And it's just terrible, man. That's why I'm being so vindictive. It's like, why do you think I'm talking about this so much? Because how could I, Angelita? How could I let her treat me this bad, Angelita? I mean, tell me, man. You know. How could I let her treat me this horrible after how good I was to her, man? Yeah, you're right, Randy. Cheeseburger, that's funny. No, absolutely not, Tone. No way. It does seem that way, right, Angelina? She's a completely different person than when I met her. I can tell you that. I mean, it's like I feel like I'm dealing with someone that's completely different. And maybe that's I don't know. Maybe that's what happens in these situations, their true colors come out, man. I mean, she used to call it, I'll give you an example. When we first met, right? She called herself the heart healer. This is what she would say to me. She'll say, I don't break hearts, I heal hearts. Okay. Well, this is coming from a girl who doesn't even want to talk to me, ghosting me, ignoring me for 4 months, doesn't care if I pretty much live or die, doesn't care about my health, doesn't care about my children's health, doesn't even have the decency to call us on my mother's birthday. Like that was the whole purpose of why she got the money. The whole purpose of why she got the money was that she had a heavy heart that my wife and mother passed away and the children's mother and grandmother passed away. And yet she's not even calling on my mother's birthday. Like she just doesn't. And I begged her to call. Yeah, she does have a part of Indian in her. Yes, I know that. Yeah, she does. She mentioned that to me because I was telling her, "You want to laugh? Guns and Rats. I'm big on Thanksgiving, right? You know that." And she was telling me, I don't mess around with Thanksgiving because what happened. Obviously to the American Indians. I'm like, she telling me, I don't know. I just freaked out. I'm like, oh, I said, well, I can't have a turkey. I want to have a little turkey, you know, a little stuffing. Yeah, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. You want to know what the problem is, guys? Can I tell you what it is? Turkey and apple pie. I love the apple pie. You want to know what it is? Something happened to me with Sarah. That's happening to me with the Florida girl. I'm gonna be okay. Can I tell you what the truth is? The Florida girl and Sarah have something in common. All right, they're distractions. They're distractions. See, I, I try I tried to not think about that my wife and my mother passed away. I'm telling you what the truth is. And the way that I'm able to like take my head out of it is that I put myself in a situation where I don't have to think about it. So I believed in the Florida girl. I put my heart in her hands. Of course, she's crushing my heart. But the problem is now that the relationship is over, the pain and the suffering of my wife, it comes back tenfold. The same thing happened to me with Sarah. Like, remember when I broke down and I was crying? You guys thought I was crying over Sarah. I wasn't. I was crying over, I know it seems that way, but the truth is, it's the pain and the suffering of my wife and my mother passing away. It comes back. It comes back times 10. What are you going to do? Go to therapy. Great advice. Let's get rid of this idiot. Isn't it crazy, though, Guns N' Roses, how she like turned to haters? Like, what's your opinion on that? I mean, I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with her talking to you, but what's your opinion on that? That she turned to haters like this? Like when you said you talked to her, Guns and Rots, you're referring to the haters Discord, correct? Randy's got it down. Get something else, right? Interesting. Well, Joe's channel really pissed me off the most, but his channel, as you know, has been deleted. Guns and Rots. WTF would definitely be a very respectable second. How many times? So when you say countless times, so she's been in the Discord like a lot of times, correct? Well, Joe made very disrespectful videos about my wife and my mother at Guns and Rots. I can't even think about this anymore. I gave this girl $10,000. Too many to count. I gave this girl $10,000 and she's chilling with like friggin' haters. It's like I should friggin' I don't know, man. This girl, I can't believe how much she betrayed me, man. This girl betrayed me to the highest like level. I mean, all I wanted this girl to do, man, all I wanted her to do was to just love and respect me, man. Yeah, talking to haters makes her feel safe. Antonio, don't take this the wrong way, but all of you haters torment my life. Okay. And how do you think it makes me feel that I helped this girl out in her life? I drove 17 hours to Florida. I spent 9 months of my life with her, all for her to talk to pieces of shit like you and all of these haters. Okay. No, I don't take that to be a compliment. I take that to be the greatest insult. I take that to be the greatest insult. Like I'm really pissed off with this girl, man. I mean, this girl really. You have no idea how much this girl pissed me off. It's just how could she be so low, man, to talk to haters and people who are insulting my family, insulting my wife. I mean, it's just terrible, man. I don't want to promote her page, brother. This girl really messed with my head, guys. You don't realize it, man. She really, this girl, she really, really messed with me, man. I mean, did you ever see his channel, Guns and Rots? I mean, that's all you have to do is look at the guy's channel. And I think that will give you a pretty good general understanding of why I don't like the guy. Yeah, let me try to relax and go to sleep, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Randy, have a great night, brother. Randy, listen, Antonio is a piece of garbage. Do me a favor, listen. Don't listen to that piece of garbage. He's a troublemaker, and he acts like a low life. Antonio, I'm about to end the live. Before I do, I'm going to kick you off. Just before I end the live, I had to kick that guy off. Nothing. He's a bull breaker, Guns and Rots. He's always looking to cause trouble. His Antonio's mission. He likes to use this word called exposed. He's always trying to like embarrass me or humiliate me in some way. I hate that freaking guy. He might be on the top of the list of haters I hate too. He's probably number three. He sends super chats and I still hate him. He could take those super chats and stick them where the sun doesn't shine. Fuck super chats. All right, have a good night, everybody. Good night. Good night, Randy. Good night, Guns and Rods. Sorry, Zane. I gotta relax a little. Good night, everybody.